Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it is time for some Path of Exile discussion. Welcome to day 6 of spoiler season for the Crucible expansion and 3.21. Today is another quiet day. I think GGG are saving the remaining big reveals to come out over the next week during the New Zealand work week. However, we did get 2 pieces of information, one very small and one a little bit more exciting. Soulbound is the first one. This is the first genuine alch shard unique of the league. I do not see this being equipped by very many players at all. Even if you are already dedicated to links, then this is not a great item. So firstly, if you're not using link skills, all this is giving you is 26 maximum mana and 18 to all attributes. This is something that you could pick up better on a magic ring. However, if you are using link skills, you're getting a bit of cast speed, but less than you can get on a rare ring. You're getting a bit of skill effect duration, but not enough to care about. Then, link targets cannot die for 2 seconds after you die. This is the niche useful thing. We'll come to this in a second. You then lose no experience when you die because a link target died. Now, link targets cannot die for 2 seconds after you die is extremely niche, but it is actually a pretty powerful effect. The thing is that it's only going to come up when your character goes pop that's providing the link, and for that last 2 seconds, the player that you've been applying your link skills to is going to be a lot weaker than they were, so chances are they're not going to be able to get any real meaningful revenge on whatever it was that killed you. There may be the odd degenerate use case with this and cast on death, but I really don't see anything fantastic you can do with this, and ultimately I think that this ring is a complete and utter miss. Anyways, that's the bad news. Let's talk about the good news. Vaal Ice Shot. Now, what we've got here is some video of the skill in action, but I've paused it on a very important frame, and this frame is important because it demonstrates the projectile behavior of this skill. You'll notice that this player is firing 3 arrows here. 1, 2, 3. However, the Vaal Ice Shot clones are firing 1 each. So I'm expecting that the Vaal Ice Shot clones are probably hard capped to firing only 1 projectile. So this skill's identity is that it is single target support on a build that tends to be very solid at clear, but that really struggles with bosses. This is not really something you want to use the way that this player is using it. You want to be using it on map bosses, you want to be using it on tanky rares, and in particular you want to use it on things like Atlas mini bosses like Drox or the Guardian of the Hydra, or even on bigger bosses like Cyrus, the Maven, or even Uber bosses. That's where I think that this is really going to shine. Keep in mind that when you're fighting a tanky unique boss, you will be gaining Vaal souls as you bring their hit points down to new lower thresholds that they've never passed through before, and that's going to mean that you will get multiple uses of Vaal Ice Shot if you're fighting a boss that takes a long time. Additionally, it appears from looking frame by frame at the original video where this was announced that it is an only 1 use skill. So you can only save up 1 use. It's not like you can go into a boss's room and have 1 use of Vaal Ice Shot to use immediately and then have another one banked up. It seems like you only get 1 use, so you fire off that 1 use at the start of the fight. Then if that's not enough to kill a boss, you might be able to use it again later in the fight from all of your Vaal soul recovery from chipping that boss down. Anyways, that's all the news for today. We'll put a link down in the description below. I was on Catmaster OP's podcast this morning, and so there's a whole lot more discussion of things related to the patch notes. I will also put another link down in the description below to the deep dive that I did into the patch notes for this expansion back a couple of days ago. May your Vaal orbs have interesting results.